We'll have to start with the shirt. Can you just give me your comments on what's going on with everything with the assassination attempt and everything?
Yeah, it's just I'm grateful he's still alive. No former president should go through what he's going through. With the assassination attempt, and the resilience and how this guy never surrenders is just amazing to me. So God bless Donald Trump.
Does that give you a little bit of extra motivation going into the fight, like looking at what he did and that iconic picture of him, and you think about that going into a fight?
Yeah. The picture was amazing. But I don't need any extra motivation going into this fight. I'm ready and prepared. I went down to American Top Team Coconut Creek and spent 7 weeks down there training away from the family, just locked in, and I'm ready for Saturday night.
So we talked to your opponent already. You guys have been training at the same gym.
Yeah.
He said that he thought for a minute that maybe you were injured or something because you went back home and he was concerned. So what was it like training with him?
No, so I just went back home last week before I came here. So just to finish the fight camp and start on my weight cut. I feel like I'm a pretty big flyweight, so I got to get started early. Bruno, he's a little guy, so. Maybe he cuts about 10 pounds, but I walk around at like 149, so it takes a little bit of planning to get the weight down.
Is it weird training at the same place as your opponent? Like, how much of his training did you see, and vice versa?
He trained right next to me at least 3 days a week. I trained right next to him, and it doesn't matter what he saw because. At the end of the day, we're going to get in the cage and we're going to find out who the better guy is. And it was a little weird at first, but how I looked at it is that we get to find out who's varsity and who's JV. So,
what did you think of him as an opponent? When you got the name, what were your first thoughts?
I feel like I didn't really want to fight a teammate, but we got the same manager, Ali Abdelaziz, and at first I turned the fight down. I don't want to fight a teammate, but then Bruno, he accepted the fight and said we're not boys, and that really lit a fire in me. I was like, all right, motherfucker, we're fighting now, and here we are, fight week, main card. Finally, I'm on the main card, and going for my 5th win out of my last 6 fights. So. It's exciting. I know Bruno though. Like I've trained with him before, just as much as he knows me. But I'm always thinking about the future, and I didn't show him too much. So yeah.
What sort of fight are you expecting from him?
He's explosive. He's going to come forward, probably try to wrestle me. But I'm coming for violence. I want to see blood. I'm coming for his head. I'm not getting in the cage to wrestle.
And I know you don't want to look past your opponent, but what are some goals you have set for yourself this year, if you've made any? What do you see the rest of the year looking like for you?
Yeah, I broke into the top 15 this year, and now we got to break into the top 10. Get in here, get this dub, win in great fashion, and get my first bonus. That's the goal.
Thank you.
Thanks for taking the time, Cody.
No problem.
We saw it with Rashad Evans and John Jones. They used to train, had a little camaraderie, but then that was out the window when they fought at UFC 145. Dan Ige wasn't really feeling when Feely took that fight immediately because he felt a type of way like, damn, gee, like that.
Yeah.
So when Bruno did that, you don't need motivation. You just said that, but that does give you a little pep in your step, right? It kind of be like, oh, okay, so you see me now as a rival. Well, then let's go there.
Yeah. I mean, it really altered my perspective overall. I've always been the type of guy like if you get in my way, of anything I want, I don't like it. So. For him to say, he'll fight me, and I was always hesitant about fighting teammates. Now, now it doesn't matter. Whether we train or not, from this point forward, if you get in my way, we're fighting.
Has this been booked before?
Yeah. So we were booked last September, but I had took a short notice fight versus Jake Hadley, and he caught me in an arm bar, and so I didn't get medically cleared to fight him September. And then Bruno ended up moving down to American Top Team Coconut Creek, and that's where I do all my fight camps. My home gym is American Top Team, Team Lima, with Douglas and Diego Lima, but I go down to Coconut Creek, really lock in, stay in the dorm rooms, and do all my fight camps down there. So after I took the fight, I showed up back down to Coconut Creek, and everybody was like, "What the hell are you doing? You know, I don't care. You know, it's not going to help him. He can watch me train. He's watched me train. You know, he's probably had guys in the gym that's with him, that's cornering him, that's watched me train. You know, it goes both ways though. So Saturday night, you'll see my hand get raised.
You guys both got intel on each other, but it's business.
Yeah, I mean, it's business. You know." I don't really need any intel on him, really. You know, I'm not the type to go around asking about Bruno. I'm just going to get in there and impose my will and bring that dog out. So that's what you're going to see.
Right on. This isn't that whole like MVP and Ian Gary thing, like trying to get let's just go.
Yeah.
You mentioned the Lima brothers, who've done a crazy thing over there, just with their legacies in Bellator and the UFC. How great is it to have guys like that guide you, coach you, mentor you, and just kind of show you the way?
Yeah, they paved the way for me. I started with them in 2014. I showed up as an amateur, and I've been with them ever since. You know, my loyalty is to American Top Team, and as long as they stay loyal to me, I'll stay loyal. You know, and we just keep growing together and keep getting better and keep winning.
That's awesome, man. The landscape for 125 is kind of clear, but also, you know, has the guy, the head of the table, if you will. But Bruno even touched on it, how the lane could kind of be wide open. If you're in the top 10, you could get that shot. Do you agree with that, to where you could really, no disrespect to Pantoja, but a couple wins, 2024, 25, we might see you for a title run?
Yeah, it's definitely possible. You know, that's the goal at the end of the day, is to get to the belt. But you got to check all the boxes before then. But with the flyweight division, it's kind of wide open. You know, you saw Steve Ursig, ranked number 10, fight for the title. And I think the next fight's going to be Tatsuya Terra versus Pantoja, is what I was reading on Twitter. But, you know, not everything you read on Twitter is true, so you never know. But, yeah, you know, seeing his jump, he went from, I'm not certain, but like number 14, and then beat Alex Perez, he was ranked number 5, and now he's ranked number 5. So, you just got to show up and show out and get the finish.
Yes, sir. And last for me, speaking of showing up, how much more does it mean that the UFC put you on this main card? You're on ESPN, which I know people like to see pay-per-views and all that good stuff, but there's no question you'll get more exposure on ESPN.
Yeah. I love it, you know. I feel like I'm an exciting fighter. I feel like the opponents make it exciting fights, and I feel like Bruno's a perfect opponent to get out there and showcase what I'm really made of. But you know, I'm not just happy to be here. I came here to win, and that's how I'm rolling going into this fight, and I want to put on a great performance.
Can't wait to see it. Good luck on Saturday.
Thank you.
Cody, right here. So last question about the whole Bruno Silva situation. Is this something that he said to you personally? Because we've seen a couple times recently now where there's been these quote-unquote miscommunications between training partners that led to a fight.
No, there's no miscommunication, you know. I trained with the guy. The guy wanted to fight, and I was hesitant about fighting teammates, and he spoke how he felt. And I spoke how I felt. You know, I didn't want to fight teammates, but now we're here, and it's changed my whole perspective going forward. Now, you know, if you're in my division, if you're in the way, then we're gonna fight, and that's all there is to it.
And so it didn't go your way last time out, but before that, we really got to see like the real Cody Durden and how much, you know, potential you have. Do you feel like you've gotten the respect from fans from that run?
Yeah, I mean, Tiger is a very durable opponent. And the fight didn't go my way, you know, but there was a couple of situations in that fight where, you know, I could have reversed him or got back to the neutral position, but he kept sticking his 6 toes in the cage. And Yeah, I think he's upper echelon of the flyweights, and my last two losses are to Makayev and Tigir. I mean, which aren't bad losses. They're the top of the division in my perspective. But after this fight, I want to fight forward and crack that top 10.
And so now that I think we could definitely consider you a veteran in the octagon, of course you're always ready to go on that run, but does it feel like the time has to be now for you to really go on this run and reach the top?
Yeah, I mean, this is my 10th fight. I've never missed weight. I had to pull out of one fight. I didn't get medically cleared, but whatever. I've been trying to fight. I put my name in the hat to fight Joshua Van. I put my name in the hat to fight Andre Lima. I put my name in the hat to fight Joshua Van twice, and the fight didn't come to fruition. But I stepped up. So after this, I want to get back in there. This is my first fight this year, and this is the way you make money. So I'm trying to make not just money. I'm trying to make a lot of money.
And so was it slightly frustrating last week, see Charles Johnson get that opportunity that you were searching for and really get that big rub that he did?
No, not frustrating. I'm not jealous. Man, good on him, He just did a fraud check, exactly what I was going to do. But, that's not to say that Joshua Van's not going to come back. I know, I'm almost certain he will. He's 22 years old. And he's got a lot of tread left in the tires. So, but no, cool, good for Charles Johnson.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Amy.